Hey there, and welcome to Year of the Art Monkey, right here on YouTube. I would be the art monkey in question, but you can call me Steve. What this is a video experiment that I want to try, wherein I would capture a year of my life on camera and post it here at YouTube. I've seen other people do this, and it looks really fascinating, so I thought I would give it a try. The plan is to post one video for every day of the year, so that'll be 365 videos all throughout the year 2011. And each video will chronicle the goings-on of that day, and it will also double as a vlog, where I would just talk about whatever happens to be on my mind that day. Now, the show will will be interesting sometimes. Other times it'll be funny, and other times I'm sure it will be quite boring as hell. But that's how regular life is, right? And other times, hopefully there will be days where it's somewhere between interesting and boring as hell. So we'll see how that goes. So like I said, I plan on posting 365 videos, one per each day, throughout the year of 2011. I'm not 100% sure if I'll actually be able to do this, if I'll actually pull it off, but I promise that I will try really, really hard. So, welcome to day one. It's New Year's Day, January 1st, 2011. Wow. Not sure if today is exactly the best of days to start this little experiment, since I don't really plan on doing much of anything today. Still recovering from New Year's Eve. So, I was planning on spending a quiet, uneventful day at home, alone, doing nothing. So I might as well start by telling you a little bit about myself. I live in Canada, the Great White North. That's in Eastern Ontario. I won't get any more specific than that for the time being. I'm 38 years old, so to all you youngsters out there on the interwebs, I'm an old man. I was married once, but then I got better. I'm divorced for a few years now, currently single. I do have a son. He's 10 years old. He lives with his mother, but you'll get to meet him in due time. And right now we're in my apartment. This is where I live, where I dwell. It's kind of a little small. I had to downsize recently from a bigger, more spacious apartment to this smaller place, but you know, it suits my needs for now. I do intend to upgrade again to a bigger place in the hopefully near future. It's my bachelor pad right now. I haven't been living here for very long, so the place is still a mess. I won't show you that right now. My mother would be appalled. I am a huge movie buff. I love movies. I've been a movie buff my entire life. It's one of my passions. I love film. I love watching movies. I love writing about movies. I love absorbing all this useless movie trivia that's just taking up way too much RAM in my head. I'm a comic book geek as well, all my life. So that's one thing you'll see is a lot of movies. I'm gonna watch one tonight, in fact. A lot of comic books. Being the old man that I am means that my social life isn't what it used to be. I mean, any of you grown adults out there watching this can relate. Being in your 30s is nothing like being in your 20s. My 20s would have been a better time to do this little year-long experiment of mine. I would have done this 10, 15 years ago, but there was no YouTube back then, so it would have defeated the purpose, right? I still managed to keep in touch with friends. You'll get to meet some of them too. You know, I've drifted. A lot of us have drifted apart over the years, which is unfortunate. It's one of the downsides of getting older. But the past year I've been reconnecting with several of them. Thank God for Facebook. So there will be future installments of this series where, you know, you'll get to meet friends, you'll get to meet my family, you'll get to know more about me, as the year progresses. That's really all I can think of to tell you about myself right now. Like I said, you'll get to see more as the year progresses, as we get to know each other. I'm hoping to have fans. I'm hoping this gets me fans. Maybe even a stalker. Yeah, an internet stalker. I get one of those. You know, one of those people who just like messages you constantly, and then they write you again like 2 days later. It's like, did you get my email? You never replied. And then another 2 days later, did you get that last email? I never replied. You know, one of those people. I like at least one stalker, and I'm hoping this gets me fans. If not fans, if not stalker, then I hope at least people enjoy this, or at least find it interesting. So yeah, so as I was saying, that's about all I can think of right now off the top of my head to tell you about myself. So I'm going to do some stuff around the house right now. It's been a very busy Christmas and holiday season. I've been neglectful in my housekeeping. So I'm going to do some of that stuff, which I won't bore you with. And we'll probably talk more before the day's over. Okay. Alright, it's been several hours since my last entry earlier today. As you can see, it's nighttime. It's dark outside. It's beautiful, crisp, clear. It's surprisingly mild for January kind of night. The sky's clear. You can see the stars, even in the city. It's gorgeous. And I just finished watching A River Runs Through It, directed by Robert Redford from 1992. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Actually, the last time I saw it, the only time I saw it, was when it played theaters back in 1992. So it's been a while. And the movie was just as great as I remembered it. Redford, he's been hit and miss as a director, but this is one of his hits for sure. The movie really evokes a sense of nostalgia, probably because it's based on an autobiographical story. Norman MacLean wrote the story about his young days, his youth, his days as a boy and as a young adult. So it very strongly evokes a sense of nostalgia. And after the movie was over, I realized also what adds to that sense of nostalgia is my realizing how long it's been since I saw the movie. And I was 19 when I saw it in theaters with a friend, one of the aforementioned friends that I've lost contact with over the years. So I feel kind of bittersweet. You get that good feeling that you get after having watched a really good film, but at the same time just sad and wistful for days gone by. But fabulous film. Interesting too to see how young Brad Pitt was back then. And in 1992, Brad Pitt was still a newly minted star. He only just became a star the year before with his role in Thelma and Louise. And of course he was in that movie Johnny Suede, which was totally cool. So he was a star on the rise at that time. Craig Sheffer was in there too. I remember him very well from the 80s and the 90s. But whatever happened to Craig Sheffer? Anybody out there know? I mean, I don't remember having seen him in the movie for at least 10 years. So that's pretty much it. Oh, it's been a nice, quiet, relaxing, uneventful day. I feel very, very chill, very mellow. Fully recovered from a rambunctious New Year's Eve. I guess we'll sign off for now. But it was nice to meet all of you. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Later.